What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the ANR Weekly. This is episode 59. We've got a great show today, and I want to get right into this show. It's going to be jam-packed with a lot of cool topics to get into. So before I get into these topics, I got to bring in a couple of my amigos. They're running around somewhere in Green Hills collecting coins and trying to get their way out of there. It is my friend D and Chris. Does anybody know where Green Hills is and why I've said that? D should know that.
California.
I'm mad you said coins instead of rings. But
I'm sorry. And
fired.
As soon as I said coins, I'm like, I'm gonna get noticed by somebody. Yes, it is Sonic. Yes, D, you're excited, aren't you?
As excited as I get. You know me. I'm stoic until like right before.
Well, as we have great topics to get into, but because this was announced out of nowhere today, I thought we'd throw that in as a bonus content. So stay tuned to the end of this. We do our three usual topics, but we're gonna do a bonus breakdown of Sonic movie 2. So yeah, that's gonna be fun to get into that one. But let's start off with what we watched and what we got this week. Take it away, D.
Started watching Seinfeld again. Actually, I don't know what. We're just looking for binge-worthy shows. That's all we're doing right now.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Good. How about Saul? Better Call Saul.
No, I don't know how I feel about that. Do you recommend it?
Well, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna get. So here's the thing. I jumped off it after season 2.
Yeah.
But I want to get back into it because some of my friends are saying it got even better. So I'm like, okay, and they're like, it's insane. You have to go back to watch it. They go, if you love Breaking Bad, you're gonna love this more, but you got to give it time to breathe because it needs that time to make the story really great.
It's like wine. All right.
You know what I wish they would do for shows that people fall off of all the time is, if the production company has seen this, they should do like a trailer saying, "Trust us, it gets better," and then start showing little tidbits of a trailer from the better scenes.
Yeah, no, I'm going to jump back in it, but I definitely recommend watching that if you love Breaking Bad. The elements of Better Call Saul is there in season 1, and just get through it because from what I hear, season 3 gets really good. And I think the new season is dropping very soon. I think next month or something like that. So yeah, that's something to binge watch. I don't know if it's on Netflix or not. I'm not sure.
I've seen thumbnails somewhere. I don't know. Out of one of the streaming platforms I have, we'll find it.
Yeah, out of the millions that we pay for now, which is the same price as our cable.
might as well get cable back, which we also have.
We're saving so much money.
I don't have cable, you guys. I got Crave, Netflix, Tubi, which if you guys still haven't checked out Tubi,
I've checked it out.
Yeah.
It's free and there's tons of movies on there. And for me, Shout Factory is definitely a popular company who brings back all the old stuff. So love it.
And you have Disney as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got your hands full.
Oh, speaking of Disney, I saw Turning Red. I think that's what it is called.
Oh yes, yeah. How was that?
It was fun. I liked it. Very stylized, very Canadian. I appreciated that. One of the reviewers like, I don't relate because of I'm not Chinese and I'm not Canadian, and everyone's like, are you crazy?
What?
Like they got ripped apart. I think it was Cineblend or something. I don't remember which reviewer it was, but they tore him apart.
Jeez.
Like Toy Story, Finding Nemo, all of these you were fine with, but this one you didn't, because it's Canadian. There's not even any specific jokes to her race, her beliefs, or the country she's in. But he's like, it took me out of the movie. Okay, whatever.
Hey, you don't have to like everything, right?
Yeah.
But you shouldn't. If you're gonna make videos or comment on things and consider yourselves a critic or reviewer, choose better words.
Choose your wording and make sure it makes sense. Don't think I can't relate to this.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a lot of movies you can't watch then.
Opinions are like...
Don't watch Deadpool. Don't watch Deadpool.
Speaking of, I got one.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. This week.
On cue.
Oh, sweet.
That is the jigsaw puzzle figure we call it.
I'm fine with these. I haven't had any issues yet. All of my friends Like,
Why
oh,
is this
I can't post this
why is this sai the size of a sword?
because it's stylized. Like, I love this. Like, he's ridiculous. Like, look at this. Look at his proportions.
That's your MO though. You love that kind of
I
stuff.
like
right?
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's your
Like-
wheelhouse.
like-
That's cool. That's
Like,
cool.
even
Yeah.
comic art wise, like Joe Mad with like huge weapons, huge guns, barrel chested. So I'm all for it.
Did you see what Matthew's gonna do? He's got a Velociraptor that he's gonna do a Deadpool mask on. He's in the room right now. Hello.
Oh, that's why his pictures are like, I always see this
hello.
dinosaur on his thumbnails. Like, what is he gonna do with that thing?
Hello to Matthew and hello to Michael. Michael
Mike,
is
what's
part
up?
of Michael is part of our ANR team, and he's came to say hi. So hello, Michael.
Making sure we're staying in line.
Yeah. And Matthew just stalks us all the time. That's all he does. So
Yeah.
oh, what else did
Keeps
you
asking
watch?
for my autograph. Ugh.
I think that's it. If I watched anything else, I don't remember. Oh, and of course, what we are going to talk about later today. I
Yeah.
watched as well.
Well, besides the Deadpool, did you get anything else?
Oh yes. So I went to comic scene, and they're like, "You're like the nicest, politest person."
Are they
So,
still
like,
open?
They're still open. The
Oh,
one in
okay.
Surrey.
Where-
He's like, "Here, you can have this shirt."
Oh,
you're
that's
just always so nice."
cool.
And then he like
So-
discounted a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, really?
Oh,
Why?
comic
He's like, "'Cause you're-"
scene.
Comic scene, yeah, it's in Surrey
Yeah.
or Fleetwood.
I used to
And then
go
I got
there all
paid
the
for it.
time.
Me too. It's
Yeah,
very,
okay.
very jam packed in an
Now it's
unsafe manner.
clean.
It's a new owner. He cleaned it up. He's very friendly. So if anyone is in the area, check it out.
I'm gonna go say hi to him.
Yeah.
Why not? Support
Very
your
nice
local support your local comic
We
stores.
make our rounds to the comic shops. We don't play favorites.
When we get off the air, why don't you give me some recommendations of some comic books to buy that's not Marvel, because
Oh,
I've
yeah,
got I've got the Marvel Ultimate
Yeah.
already, so I want to get stuff that's not Marvel.
Okay.
Maybe send me a list whenever you can. No rush, but I'll go and then buy it from this guy. All right. Anything else?
Chris's turn. What did you do, Chris? What did you get? What did you watch?
I actually watched quite a bit this past week because I've been off. So one movie I watched was called Antrim, and it was a horror movie, and it's got a good story to it. It's a very different kind of horror. It's this brother and sister go into the forest where supposedly Lucifer landed when he came to Earth and started digging a hole to hell to find the dog's soul to save it. And then each lair they would get to, something creepy would happen, but it wasn't in your face like, ooh, it's scary. It was just, they were looking off into the woods and he's seen these shadow characters. And I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty good.
It's eerie, right? It's eerie, right? It's not like in your face kind of thing.
Yeah. And then I also watched His House, which is on Netflix. Definitely recommend watching it. It has some really good twists.
That sounds familiar. Maybe I watched it.
It's a really good storyline about these two refugees who were coming to America.
Yeah, I did watch that one.
And they got caught, and they put them in like a prison to figure out what they're going to do. So they allowed them to stay in London. Sorry, it's London that they went to. And so they're put up in this house, and all of a sudden this creepy stuff starts happening. It was a very, very smart horror movie. Like, it wasn't just relying on jump scares. It was psychological. It made you think. It made you get creepy. Like, there were definitely some amazing creepy scenes in there. So definitely check that out. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil it for anyone because it's one of those ones that I kept putting on the back burner, and I wish I didn't do that. And then finally, I watched, starting yesterday, the Andy Warhol Diaries, which is on Netflix as well.
Yes. I've been meaning to get into that. I definitely want to check that out.
It's so good. I watched the first. I hate documentaries in the sense that I'm addicted to them because I watched the first episode. I think it was like 11. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's 12:30, but I'm gonna watch a second one.
Oh yes, binge all day.
You're up anyway. You might as well continue on. Just
It's
go all
so
out.
good.
Says
And-
the guy who works from home.
Not always. Not always.
I'll just roll out of bed today.
Not always. Yeah, but I
Turn
start my
on-
days at like 5. So
Turn on my computer.
I start at 5, so we're even.
Oh wow.
but sorry.
Go ahead, Alvin.
Yeah,
Just
go
let
ahead.
Alvin.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Calm down.
Yes.
But no, it's a really good documentary. It gives you another perspective because it's actually his diary that got published. And this company, not Netflix necessarily, was able to piece together original voicing of Andy Warhol. And there's points in the documentary where it is actually his voice that's being produced from a computer. So it sounds exactly like him. But no, really good. And so for what I got, well, you know, I've gotten something that is very expensive now. I bought groceries, you guys, because really,
I thought you were gonna say gas, but then I realized you don't have a car.
Is that like too good? He doesn't have a car. He's saving money.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
You bought
didn't-
groceries.
I bought my groceries, you guys. So I haven't been really buying many figures. It's been a while, but I've been customizing a lot. I did the Deathbird and Deken from the Shi'ar, and I'm currently working on the Oracle, which, because we're on camera, I'll show you guys. I finished the head sculpt.
But if they're listening to us, they can also check us out on Instagram because you've put pictures up there, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
I will post a image of this. So I'm really happy with how
That looks really good.
the paint turned out, but it was
Like the
crazy
hair.
because I painted the body and I'm like, okay, I don't like this paint or the pink. So I actually had to go in with acetone and like 500 Q-tips removing the paint, and I had to repaint everything. So that was fun.
Well, I mean, if they're wondering if they're listening to us, you can go ahead onto Astonishing NR, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. We're all over the place. And if you're wondering if we do YouTube videos, yes, of course, we're doing a live right now on YouTube. Come check us out if you're listening to us Mondays at 8:30 Pacific time, and go and subscribe to our channel. We're giving away cool prizes every month. All right, anything else?
No, I think I actually matched you in talkability of what I watched
Yeah.
and what I got. So
There you go.
That one's just like, hold my drink. And then now he's
Yeah.
going to go
Yeah.
on.
Hold
Yeah.
my bubble tea. I'll be right there. What did I watch? Okay, I watched Raised by Wolves. It's getting really weird and creepy. Some of it makes sense, some of it doesn't. But I don't know why I keep going back to this show. It just I don't know. So I watched that. I watched The Simpsons in a long time. I finally got to watch it with my son. We watched The Simpsons together, so I got to watch a new episode. It was good, but nothing like the first 10 years of Simpsons history, right? What else? I watched Superman and Lois. It's the mid.
Oh, no.
No.
And you guys know I'm a big Superman
Yeah.
fan, right? So it pains me to say this. The wheels are coming off this thing real quickly.
Okay. I haven't
It's-
started yet.
It got good, then it got bad, and yeah, I don't know if there's a way to recover from this. And like I told you guys many times before, it's just way too many storylines that doesn't need to be in there, right?
Mm.
If I'm fast forwarding through certain parts of a show, that's all I gotta tell everybody. Like, what do you think of that? When someone does that, what do you think immediately? The show isn't that great. Nobody fast forwards through a show. I'm
Yeah.
nitpicking specific storylines to make it entertaining for myself, right?
And that's the thing that draws people in and to come back is like if you have to skip an episode or skip through some of the, season, it's like it breaks up that continuation of a story and it just like loses people. For example, you're falling
Yeah.
off of it, and it's just, why do they do that?
I don't know. They had something good, and I don't know why they decided.
That was just scorned right now.
I'm just like, you idiots, you had something. You know. What else? I didn't get to do. I watched obviously the movie that we're going to talk about, Adam Project. I watched that. But I got a lot of stuff came in actually today. Massive amount of stuff came in. Probably the biggest haul I've ever had in one day. Some of it I can talk about. Some of it I cannot talk about because we're going to do a video on it. So I'm going to keep that surprise. But I am going to show you a bunch of stuff that I did get, and some of these we might get into in terms of review. I've got
Those are toys for our new X-rated channel coming out, so stay tuned.
we got the Masters of the Universe Revelation, Savage He-Man, and Orko.
I remember how much
So
you love that
can I-
guy.
Yeah, he's so awesome, right?
Can I ask you a
I-
question?
Yeah, if
You
it's
have
Orko, yes.
It's about He-Man.
Yeah.
You know, with the issue that you're having of the big fail letdown, why are you still buying the toys?
Okay, so I had that question asked to me by other people too. That like, you hated that show. Yes, I hated the show, but where am I going to get an Orko and a He-Man? Have you tried to see the price of Super Sevens He-Man? They're like $300-$400.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna spend $300-$400 on a He-Man.
these
So-
look decent. These look decent.
Yeah, these are decent. I'm just trying to block this part right here where it says Revelation and just go Masters of the Universe, right? I mean, even duct
know-
tape this part if I have to.
You could have honestly waited because they are showing up at Winners in like stock.
Not this
piles.
one. This is new.
Yeah, give
other
it
one-
2 weeks.
Okay, shut up. I also got the Boba Fett figure here from Star
nice.
Wars Black Series, so
Nice.
got that one. And oh yeah, and then my local store. Sorry if I'm off mic here. I'm just trying to grab the stuff. Local store had this. Finally went and picked it up. It's Zangief from Street Fighter
Oh, he's
Storm
huge.
Collectibles. This guy
It's
is
huge.
big. So I've got the one from Street Fighter 5. This is from Street Fighter 2. Immediately, this is my favorite of the two because I just love the look of this guy more. And I might do a side-by-side comparison just to show people what it looks like. So, got that.
Wait, isn't he Russian?
Oh, God, don't start there. He's one of the good ones. And then I got the credit series Star Wars figure here, the
What does that
Armorer.
mean? What's credit series? Is that smaller?
It's just an excuse for them to repaint this and sell it to suckers like me.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
If that's the breakdown.
Yeah.
Sell
No,
it to suckers like me to buy it. But I like the retro packaging. I collect the credit series, so I've got all of them, and I'm just gonna put them on my wall along with my Marvel retro packaging. So I'll have my Star Wars wall and my Marvel wall. I also got this guy Fisto because in the show he said I can't wait to fist him. So Fisto
Oh
right
my
here.
god.
He does say it. He does say it.
I know. I sent that little tidbit to my friend. He's like, "What did he say?" And he's like, "He can't wait to fist Skeletor."
Yeah. So I got him, so that's cool. And then I've got the Imperial Senate Guard from Black Series here. I got two of these guys because you got to get these guys in pairs. So Gaming Greats figure got that. Bear with me, folks. I got a couple of Power Rangers figures here.
Did you find the Ninjetti ones?
That's something I can't talk about.
Stay tuned, folks.
So I got these guys. I've got D. You know this one right here,
Yeah.
SPD, right?
Yeah.
And then I've got the 2-pack here of Scorpina and the Yellow Ranger. So I got that. These are from GameStop. They pre-ordered it and I picked it up. So GameStop stuff like that. And then I had a massive box. I think it was like huge. It's one of the biggest boxes I've got. The guy that was bringing it to my door asked for help. So he's like, "Hey, buddy, can you help me?" Because I saw him on my doorbell camera. Right, I saw him struggling. So I'm like, I went out there in the rain to help him out. I felt bad. It was raining, and so I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll come help you." So brought it in. I can't talk about any of that stuff right now because it's.
Then why'd you tell us?
Because it's a tease, right? I'm all about that. But I can assure you, once we get sorted out with our new place, I'm going to do a video on that box, and I'll explain everything, and everyone will have a good laugh at my expense probably because it's going to be a funny video. I might ask D for some assistance, but it'll be up to D if he wants to chime in on an intro or something. But it'll be funny. Yeah, so that's what I got. It was a good, crazy day today. I don't know what else did I get. I probably got some other stuff I don't even remember, but it was a good day and a good week of hauls. It's one of my busiest weeks. All right, enough about me and my hauls. Let's get into our first topic, which is the Adams Project. Correct?
Yes.
The
It
Adam
was
Project.
a good movie.
I love this poster, by the way. If anyone is listening, it's the Netflix poster that they got. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a Star Warsy poster.
Yeah.
Or a Marvel
was
poster.
just gonna
Sci-fi.
say that.
Yeah. Got all the people
But
here.
like, look who we have in this movie. So
We got Gamora, we got Elektra,
Hulk.
Hulk, and Deadpool.
Yeah.
And an annoying boy.
You thought no, I thought he was actually really good.
Well, we'll get into my thoughts, but first let's you start off this and let us know what you thought of this.
All right, so just heads up, this movie got 69% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is actually a pretty good score. And even on IMDb, it got 6.9 out of 10. So, the scores are up there. So a brief summary about the movie. Adam, which is Ryan Reynolds, tries to go back to 2018 from the year 2050 and find someone, but he ends up in 2022 because he gets shot down and he lands.
Sorry to cut you off, but we just want to let everybody know that it is filled with spoilers.
Yes.
So if you're listening and you plan on watching this, maybe jump forward a few minutes, maybe 20 minutes, and check out the other topics that we have, or listen to it and be spoiled. I don't know. It's up to you. You decide. Yeah. But yeah, we're rooting for anybody who hasn't watched it. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. So he ends up in 2022, and meets his 12-year-old self. At this point, Saurian, which is played by Catherine Keener, tracked him down. And during this battle that was going on after he meets his 12-year-old self, oh my gosh. During the battle, near the finale of it, we are introduced to Laura, which is Zoe's... Oh my God, why can't I pronounce her last name? Saldana?
I wouldn't even say it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Saldana.
Gamora. Yeah. So who is actually Adam's wife in the future, and he is actually looking for her. That's why he was trying to go back to 2018. We find out that Saurian had used the time travel technology that was discovered by Lewis, which is Adam's father, who is played by Mark
Ruffalo?
Hulk Ruffalo. See, that's the thing. I hate trying to pronounce a name.
Just think of Buffalo with an R.
There you go.
Ruffalo.
I was thinking, or Raffaello, the white chocolate. Those are so good. Anyways.
Stay focused, Chris. Stay focused.
Yes. So Adam's dad, Saurian went back to the future to let her past self know about kind of the heads up to get herself ahead to take over everything. And oh my gosh, Laura and both Adams get away. So, they're, oh my God, why am I blanking? I'm so sorry, you guys.
That's okay. I'll take over here.
Sure.
I'm sorry in that you're blanking out.
No, it's terrible.
Well, it shows how much you just like the movie. This is basically this is basically the movie.
No. I got my notes. And I'm like, oh my God, I just turned 39 and I'm like, I can't even read that far away.
It's all right.
Okay.
There's pills for that, but
yeah. I can continue.
Well, I mean, you don't have to continue the whole thing. We can kind of chime in with you here. Yeah. I mean, for me,
in case anyone wants to watch it too.
Yeah, I think this is a good movie to get into if you're on a Friday night. Don't want to go out. You want to just turn on a movie and watch. Netflix movies are a hit or miss for the most part, right? And they're not going to be theater quality sometimes, and we have to take that into consideration. I don't know how you guys feel, but that's what I feel when I watch a Netflix movie. I'm like, I lower my expectations just a tad bit because I'm like, it's a Netflix movie. It could be great, but most of the time it's just average, and they get the job done if you're bored for a few hours, right?
I feel the same. Like when
Yeah.
Chris said 69%, like that's awful. But by Netflix standards,
That's
an
pretty good.
86%.
Yeah, you bump it up 20. That's their number. Yeah, I mean, you were mentioning it. There's a lot of time. When I was watching this movie, I was like, I wonder what's going on in the side of Dee's head, because he does not. As soon as they try to explain the time traveling theories, I'm like, oh, I'm waiting for Dee's head to explode right there in my mind.
No, what happens is I'm watching this and they're hitting a time travel part, and Dee's head just appears above me. He's like, this does not make sense.
Right away, I thought of Dee.
I knew what it was before, like, because I saw the trailer. I'm like, here we go. Like,
okay, let me ask you. Get right to the point here. Let me ask you. Did you like their explanation of time traveling?
Yeah, they didn't try to be smartasses about it. They didn't try to like paradox twist or anything weird. You know, people try to layer the twists in time travel movies. Yeah. I'm like, you're breaking like all of your rules, and you're getting away with it because you're just gonna be like, that's time travel. But no, they kept it simple. And the kid even asked, like, do you remember this happening now? He's like, no, it will only like phase into my memory when I go back to my time. Yeah. Okay, that's a rule. Like, fine, just don't break it later.
And I love how the younger Adam, he's like, oh my God, there's other multiverses. And he's like, no, there isn't. So I really enjoyed how they didn't try and play off of that, and just because we talked about it before, where the multiverse and the different the worlds, it's just like, it's very, very confusing.
They did linear time travel in this versus like the alternate reality time travel. Yeah. Like, okay, fine, that works. Kept it simple.
What do you think of the overall story? Like,
also simple, and I was fine with that. It was very, I need to go back in time to stop this from happening and fixing our broken future. Like, okay, you terminated it. Fine, perfect.
Yeah,
it was good and fun.
Yeah, it was a good entertainment. It was filmed here in Vancouver, by the way.
Yeah, I saw Blarney Stone, I think, and I was like, hey.
UBC was in the
I've drank there before.
Yeah. not studied. I drank there.
But it definitely was a Ryan Reynolds movie.
Are we getting tired of Ryan Reynolds?
I'm not. He's Canadian sweetheart, and I will love him.
I had to ask the questions.
I know you are.
Yeah,
he's the Celine Dion as an actor of Canada.
A lot of people dislike him
because his mannerism and his way of talking doesn't change. It stays the same in all the movies.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Actually, sorry. Has he done any drama? Do you know, Chris?
Well, there is that last movie he did for Netflix that got pretty damp reviews. It was kind of like an action. I think so. Yes.
Oh, there was another one too where his mind is in his body, and like someone else's. Yeah, that one. I didn't mind that. Yeah. Like he wasn't Ryan Reynoldsing. He was just like an action stoic kind of guy. So I was like,
the proposal.
Oh my God, the hawk comes down.
Just Friends is one of my favorites.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's my wife's one of our favorite comedy movies too as well. We actually watch it around every Christmas.
I love him and his brother's dynamic in that.
Yeah. He Van Wilder. I mean, that's where he had a breakout, right?
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh, and Blade.
And Blade. Yeah, and Blade. That was that was okay. What about
was it Waiting? Was that what it's called?
Pokemon.
Oh, I love that movie too. I love that.
I never watched the ending of that movie.
No? You didn't finish it?
No, I'll probably go back and watch it one of these days.
That was cool. I liked it.
Obviously Free Guy, and then you have him in Selfless, Amityville Horror,
Don't remember him in that.
Change
I
Up.
never saw it.
Definitely, maybe. I don't know what that is about. But
See, Matt's the same. Give me all the Ryan Reynolds you can.
Yeah.
See, for me, it's funny because The Rock, I don't hate, but I just don't care if I ever never see him again.
I'm
I'm
getting burnt out with The Rock. I'm getting burnt out. So
is it because of what he's going to be portraying in the new DC Black
no.
Adam
It's
movie?
it just he tries to be in everything and everywhere. It's just like
he's another one who's just himself.
just
Yeah.
take it easy. Pump the brakes here, buddy. Like relax. Like we don't want to see you every movie. We're okay. We don't need that people's eyebrow every 2 seconds. So
But that's the thing that I liked about Ryan Reynolds in this is, we all know him from specific movies, especially Deadpool, but he still has his same Ryan Reynolds personality and funniness in this movie that I didn't kind of go back and picture him as Deadpool at all. Maybe that's just me, but I think he knows that fine line of, the slight nuances of personality traits. I think he knows how to kind of plug into those where it's not necessarily the same character, but it is.
What do you think about the supporting cast? Jennifer Garner, Mark Ruffalo, Zoe, and what's the kid's name? Walker. Yeah. What do you guys think of the supporting cast?
I liked them all. I know you said the kid was annoying, and I thought so too. But there was a reason for that, and I accepted it. Like he was very punchable, and that's what they were going for.
Don't you just want to hold them underwater until the bubbles stop?
Honestly, the two of them with what the script they were given, I didn't see them as the same person at all. I'm like, how is this kid that guy in 10 years or whatever it is, 15 years? I just don't see that connection there, right? Was that done intentionally, or did just have bad writing?
I think so, because there was a certain point where he's like, you're not like me. You have to get beaten up like every single day of your life to be what I am. And I think that took a toll on him, and it changed his personality, it changed his way of thinking, it changed everything about him. He's like, if I defended you, you wouldn't turn into me, and that's what you wanted. So I don't know. The smart mouthness is there, but they cranked up his annoyingness to 11.
Well, here's the thing. You mentioned something right there, like, I need you to go through these processes to be like me. But he just seems like a really pissed off, upset human being. And then he's like
the kid or him?
Well, Ryan Reynolds' character, the older version, is basically saying, "Hey, you got to go through all this to be tough like me." And then he himself in the beginning just he's a total jackass to him younger self.
Yeah, because he's annoying. He's like, it's a piece of crap.
But the thing is, here's the funny thing. That's fine, but in the movie, like he says, "Hey, you should be more nice to your mom because she went through a whole lot." Dude, you're just as annoying as this kid. How are you saying to him to be nice? You're just like him.
There's two different aspects. He's realizing, that he really loved his mom and realized that his mom would do anything for him. Where, with what someone would experience in school about being picked on and beaten up, I've been in that situation when I was in school. It's 2 to 3 different factors in this storyline that builds the character of the future Adam.
No, I understand the fact that he grew up and is appreciative of his mom and everything, but if he's trying to tell the younger version to be more gentle and more appreciative of his mom, he needs to also have that character of caring for the younger self, because at the beginning, right off the bat, he wants nothing to do with the younger version, right? And I get the kid is annoying.
He's bad.
He was rude. He was rude though. Yeah. He was straight up rude to his younger self.
But even that's pointed out to he's just not good at what he's doing. Even the kid's like, "Why are you time traveling? You're breaking all these rules." So clearly Ryan's Adam, adult Adam, is still a mess up.
Yeah.
But he's a hypocrite. There's no other way to put it. He will do things to save the future, but he's also altering other past instances that he shouldn't. He says you have to endure all these things to become me, but like you pointed out, he's like telling him to be nicer to his mom. Like he's picking and choosing when to intervene and when not to. And that's just because, like, I think his character is slightly hypocritical, and I think that was intentional because he's human. I don't know how you feel, Chris. There's layers, like you said. So
yeah, it's just his character. Maybe they tried to add too much development in for Ryan Reynolds' character, but I don't know. It's funny because we all look at and watch movies from different angles and perspectives, and I didn't really look at that. I didn't dissect it too much. All I realized is, okay, this was his past. He's trying to get this kid, tough love, they say.
Yeah.
Especially when he allows the kids to fight. And he's like, you're going to get on your knees and then, punch them in the
junk.
What was it? The banana something?
Banana splits? I don't know. I don't remember the term.
Ryan and his name calling.
Oh,
favorite moments in the movie?
For me,
if there's
any fight scene I thought was very well done. Like especially the first one in the forest. I don't know if it was the first, but where he has his stick. It's like, is that a lightsaber? It's like, it's not a lightsaber.
A lot of references of other movies, right?
Definitely. Sorry.
I'm surprised he didn't break the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Zip it. Like that's all you want to hear.
So Dee said the fight in the wood scene. I was going to choose that because that scenery was so beautiful. I love that. But then I guess I'll choose seeing Jennifer Garner and Mark together again. I don't know if you've seen the movie, but it almost felt like a continuation of 13 going on 30. It's just one of those rom-coms.
I never saw that one.
I never saw that movie.
I know they're yeah.
So it's like Big, but
I don't watch
Jennifer
bad
Garner. It's not a bad movie.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. Have you seen what you watched?
Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Yeah. Oscar.
Oh yeah.
I watched this one, didn't I?
There we
go. My favorite scene is the part where they meet their dad outside of the school, and he's just going off at them. And he's like, "Are you crazy? Do you know what you're doing? Stop talking to me!" Blah blah blah. And then Ryan just punches his dad, and then he turns around and punches him back. I thought that was a good scene. That's probably my favorite scene. It was funny. But yeah, no, the fight scenes were good. It was good. Anyone want to explain to me how Ryan's wife came back in time? Somebody want to explain that to me?
She was a flight pilot, and I don't remember, they shot her down and then covered it up, and she got stuck there. I don't know what her goal was. I don't know if it was the same as Ryan's to stop what's-her-face.
I think she was trying to go back to Warren.
I don't know. I just found that her story was kind of shoehorned in. I just felt that way. I'm like, did we need her at any point?
It was a small piece of the story.
Okay, let me ask you this. Could the movie been fine without her injected in it?
Probably. Like, he could have not have found her. And it wouldn't have made a difference.
Like, that's why I look at it. If you can remove something and the movie still goes on and the plot is still the same, what was the need of that person in there to add what?
Because they wanted to add a romantic part of the story. So,
fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
They were like, actually, let's put her in there.
Based on the ending, which I'm going to spoil, there's a warning again. So that scene at the end with those two, I would have cared even less if I didn't see her previously in the movie. Like when she showed up and she did earlier in the film, I got to know her a little bit, even though it was short-lived.
Yeah.
Fast forward to the ending, I'm like, oh, okay, it's whatever. It's your girlfriend. Cool. But now I'm like, oh, he earned this. Like, he lived without her for so long, found her, gave her up again. Like, he's earned this. So, okay, I'm happy for you.
Is there going to be a part 2?
Hope not.
Oh!
They certainly...
Spoiler alert. We know what he's going to give it this out of 10.
They definitely left it open to interpretation.
Did they? What did they leave open? That's what I wanted to ask. That was my follow-up question.
Well, they could continue on with because we don't know what happened, after they were playing catch and both atoms go back to their timeline. What happened with their dad?
Well, he dies.
Yeah, but what
Spoiler
does
for
he do
anybody.
leading up to that?
Well, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be of an issue. But
I'm
I
sure
mean,
they'll
hey,
try and find something.
because I always ask that because Netflix always does this with their movies. They leave a little bit of, or TV show, they leave an open ending so that eventually, if it's popular, they have a way to squeeze in another movie or another season into that, right?
That's what I
Well,
mean.
I did. For me, I didn't see any, so that's why I'm asking if you guys saw something that I missed.
I didn't,
Well,
and that's why I hope not, because I thought it ended perfectly.
Yeah.
There was a little temporal break in the multiverse. So in the second one, we'll see Elektra, Hulk, and Daredevil come back.
No, we'll see Ben Affleck come get Elektra. And then we'll see Star-Lord go get Gamora.
Yeah.
And then we'll see the taxi driver come get Ryan.
Oh, so funny.
Rajesh or whatever his name was.
How about a nice crisp high five?
Gulpinder, something.
Gulpinder, there you go. Look at that. Look at this guy and his awesome brain. All right, out of 10, what are we giving it, Chris?
I'm gonna give it a 7. I enjoyed it. It's great entertainment.
All right, D.
7 as well. It was harmless and fun.
All right, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Ryan was great, but I'm getting a little tired of Ryan in the same acting over and over again. That's just me. Don't kill me. But I thought the boy was annoying. I thought the Zoe storyline was not needed. I thought Ruffalo was probably good. I thought Jennifer Garner, whatever role she had, she did her job and it was good. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10. It's worth it if you have nothing else to do. I mean, sewing might be more entertaining this movie, but that's my opinion. 6.5 out of 10. Yeah, it came out just March 11th? It says right on there, March 11th.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's fresh and available on Netflix if anybody wants to check it out. And let us know if was I wrong for 6.5? Go ahead and send me nice comments.
Please prove them wrong, people.
Prove me wrong that this is better than 6.5. I want to know and why. Don't just say it's better than 6.5. I want to know why. Give me reasons.
Well, like as soon as anyone
not
tries
you,
to
the
me,
fan.
I'm just like, is that possible? I see those like memes where it's like, here's what I think. Prove me wrong. I'm like, no, you think that?
I'm
for
sitting
a reason.
there on the campus with the table. 6.5. Prove me wrong, people. We need to get that, D. Get that going. We need to get that on Instagram. Me sitting there at a table. 6.5. Adam's project. Prove me wrong. All right. Okay. Let's get into our next topic. What are we going to talk about? Let's see.
Star Wars.
Oh ho ho! Yes. Dun 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 dun. All right. So they just dropped.
Chris, what's the matter?
No, that's a good. Like,
okay.
You like this? You like this? Oh yes.
Well, I'll get into it. Go ahead.
So they just dropped a lot of fanboys' pants on the floor.
I'm like, why am I so wet after that?
The Obi Wan Kenobi trailer dropped, and a lot of people just lost their minds on the internet. It was nuts. I was just looking around the internet, and people were just losing their mind of a trailer, right? That is how popular Obi-Wan is. I mean, there's other characters that are more popular. In the picture, you could see one of them. But, like, everyone I talked to who was a Star Wars fan, they're like, oh my God, I cannot wait for this show. And I thought they killed it with the trailer. They really gave us very, very little things. But the sound, the way the trailer was paced.
Can I just say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I watched this trailer, I'm like, this is not a TV show. This looks like a freaking movie.
Yeah.
It does not look like a show.
6 episodes. It's going to be fun. I wish it was 8.
Continue.
I wish it was 8, but it's 6. I'll take anything at this point right now because that trailer killed it. I'm interested to hear what D has to say because he doesn't care Star Wars that much. D,
Yeah, very.
did this even like resonate with you? Did you even like say, "Yeah, I'll check it out," or like,
I'll check it out. Not in the like. Not. I didn't get super excited because there's probably references in there that I didn't understand or appreciate, but the way that Mando and Boba Fett pulled me in with their trailers, this did the same. Like I'm interested now. My problem with Star Wars is when they take an already established character and I know what's going to happen to them, and I saw a prequel already. Do I need to see another prequel involving? Like I know what your
Yes.
fate is. So any accomplish you
look at
do
this guy.
is
You are
kind of like
wise.
meh. But I also appreciate what they're doing for the fans. Like people obviously want this. This is why they keep doing it.
Mhm.
I hear you, and I know exactly what you're saying. I understand that. Um, I guess right now the only option they have is to fill in the gaps and go to the past and do prequels like this because they shot themselves so badly in the foot with the trilogy that they dropped, the
Yeah.
turd of a trilogy. And if you're listening and you're like, I don't agree with you, go ahead, send me the messages. I'll have a conversation with you. I'm sure it's gonna go well. But yeah, because they shot themselves so badly in the foot with the trilogy that they put out, right now the best thing to do is to get that horrible taste out of people's taste buds and do these things like this because the song, right? I mean, the gentleman who did the song came out of retirement, John Williams. He came out of retirement and did a remix of what he did in the past. And apparently, he's got other stuff in the works, like the battle between Vader and Obi Wan. Yes, there's going to be a battle between the two of them, a second battle between the two of them, and I can't wait for that. And they're going to bring us new characters. So they've got, and as you can see in the poster here that I've got, they've got a new Inquisitor, a female Inquisitor. She's new, and I'm interested in hearing and seeing what that's all about because the Inquisitors are a big group that Vader has summoned and trained or told them to get, go out there and hunt Jedi. So they have their own training quarters, which we'll see. So we get to see more about the Inquisitors, which a lot of people don't know about. And I think this is a great way to tell that story of who they are, what they do, and what the objectives are, which is obviously to hunt Jedis. They're looking for this particular one, Obi Wan. So I can't wait for that interaction, how that happens. And then Hayden Christensen. I can't wait for him to come out as Vader. I don't know if he's going to don the Vader outfit because they're saying that he's just going to have just cloak probably and not have the outfit. They're going to do some flashback scenes. They're saying, so I'm a little worried about that part because they hyped it up with saying that Hayden is back. But if I don't see him in a Vader outfit, I'm gonna be disappointed because
It's a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Right?
this is also leading into when he becomes like the Darth Vader we all know in the movies. Like this
Mhm.
is kind of like the Batman movie. This is like the second year. This is the first year. And as we can see in the image, we see Darth Vader there, and he's all shadowed, so you only see what we know him for. As long as he has somewhat of that iconic look, I think it should tailor to the fans. And I think what they will do, and it's a smart thing to do, is they're teasing us here, and we don't get to see the full-on outfits in the first couple of episodes, but maybe they'll show us something in the final episode that is gonna hopefully exceed the fans' expectations.
Let's hope so. Speaking of years, this takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. For anyone who's wondering about the timeline, that's the timeline. It's right after the Revenge of the Sith and the big Order 66. And Order 66, for anybody who doesn't know, is from the Clone Wars TV show where they were ordered to basically eradicate all Jedi everywhere possible, right? Kill all the resistance from the Jedi Council and any Jedi in training, etc. So this takes place 10 years after that. So that's why in the trailer you hear Obi say, we lost the war, blah, blah, blah. And he's in hiding because they're being hunted throughout the galaxy by inquisitors that Vader has summoned to do so, right? So, it's going to be interesting to see because we never got that story where he actually is protecting Luke, because in the trailer you see Luke as a boy. We didn't get to see that story of what he had to do to protect him, because he was their last hope. So I'm interested in seeing that aspect of like how and what did he do to protect Luke so that he doesn't get killed. Because if they find out that he's a Jedi, his head gets chopped off. And the Inquisitors, interesting thing about them is, spoiler alert there. I don't know if I have that picture here. No, I don't have it here with me, but I thought I had some pictures.
Explain something.
There it
to
is.
me.
There it is.
Oh,
There it is, right there. So this is one of the Grand Inquisitor, right? So he's the guy who sort of like speaks to Vader. He's the captain of the team, if you want to call it that, and his job is to flush them out. And he said a good line. He said a really important line. He said the way to flush out Jedi's, I'll say it in my own words, is to make sure that we go and start killing people. Like they can't help themselves, but to help people. So if they see problems, they see violence, they see people dying, they're gonna come out of the open and defend them, because that's what they do. They can't help themselves, and that's where we'll find them, and that's how we kill them, right? So that's what they're trying to do. Is they know that he's in somewhere in Tatooine, and they're just going to cause hell here, and they know that eventually they're going to flush out the Jedi or Jedis, and they'll kill them. Now, why I bring this picture up is because a lot of people online are making fun of his head. They're saying
I
it's
saw that too.
Why?
they're saying based on the animation, he doesn't have a roundish head. He sort of have like a cone head. And there was somebody who did their own version of it, and it actually looks way better than this. It actually looks very similar to the animation. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Like, I mean, I know you guys probably don't care too much, but it's the same issue with what we had with Jason Todd in Titans, where his helmet was so big, right? But it was lit up, and they had to put a head inside it, so it had to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, sometimes they have to do creative cuts and decisions. When we're going from an animation, something that's worked on there really well, and then they're bringing it to real life, is it going to look too much like a cone head, or is it not going to look proper? Sometimes they have to make those hard decisions. Does it look good on camera? That's the thing, is for stuff like that, we don't get to see that unless like it's a special feature behind the scenes. But, I don't think he doesn't look too bad. If he portrays the character well, and at least his look is close to, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah. I agree. Like it's hard, right? And this is a still image, and you saw a little glimpse of him. Maybe when you see more of it.
I see the animated one. It is very long.
You saw that one, right? Yeah. So
just looking at it now.
You can pull it up if you want. You can share it with us.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you can, but yeah, I mean, I just found it interesting. So
he looks like Pinhead minus the pins. That's what I thought when I first seen it. But the thing that I couldn't stop thinking about when I was watching this trailer is the character designs.
Yeah.
Like, so they look so good.
As you can see right here, Chris, this is what his head is supposed to look like. Very cone shape and skinny at the bottom, but rounded off at the top. But this looks nothing like that, right? So
you look at looks perfectly round.
It looks like a soccer ball, right?
So explain something to me. So these guys aren't Sith, and they're not apprentices. So
okay. So his particular story was he was a Jedi, not a Jedi. Sorry, he was a good guy. He was actually a good guy that turned to this side. Like, was basically convinced by Vader, from what I gather. Right? Don't quote me on this, but he used to be a good guy and turned to the dark side.
Now, isn't there like a rule of 2, or do they not fall under that? Where he's like, there can only
they're
be
fallen
2...
Jedi. There you go. So Matthew says that. Yeah, they're fallen Jedi. Yes, thank you.
Aren't they only allowed to have 2 like people at all times who are using the dark side of the Force, because they're bound to just turn on each other? And if they have an army of them, or does that not count for these guys? Like, where does that start and end? Or is that too long of a lore diving?
That sounds too complex.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know for Sith Lords, like there's only allowed to be two of us at once because we'll kill each other otherwise if there's.
Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, right. Yeah, he was the Jedi Temple. He actually had the gold. He was wearing all white, and then he had the gold, the sabers. So yeah. So technically not a Sith. Yes,
Okay,
correct.
so like these guys are just like super elite.
Yeah,
So, okay.
they're programmable soldiers. Put it that way, right? Trained to be deadly assassins. And there's a bunch of them, and we're gonna see their story and how they get trained. Hopefully, I do want to see how they become elite, right? I don't want to say, oh, they're just great. Here, these are Inquisitors, they're awesome, and just because we said they're awesome, you take our word for it. Show me some development of what they have to do to get to that level, and who knows, maybe one of them will actually go to the other side and refuse. Well, I would like to see that too, right? So,
But we only have what, 8 episodes?
six.
Yeah.
So that's a no then, basically. I guess like you won't see.
Well,
they did a
see.
lot for
Who-
Boba, but there's only one of him to
yeah.
explore.
Yeah.
But enough about them. Let's talk about Obi. Does he not look the same? Did they do some rendering on his face to make him look younger?
He just
Doesn't
doesn't age.
look like it.
I can't tell. Like, honestly, he just doesn't age. How long ago that trilogy came out? 20 years ago? I want to say.
22.
I went
wasn't it?
I went in high school.
Yeah, so it's 20 years ago. Right?
Jeez.
And he doesn't look out of place at all. Right? Even Qui-Gon, what's his name? The gentleman who
Qui-Gon
plays.
Jinn. I forgot his name now.
Why?
What's his name? Why am I forgetting him?
Taken.
Yeah. What the heck?
Somebody Google that and let us know.
All that keeps repeating in my head is Gerard Butler. And I'm like, get out of there. That's not you.
It's
Liam
Nielsen.
Thank you.
Liam
Thank you.
Neeson, yeah.
Liam Neeson.
He doesn't age either. He looks the same. His movies are the same and he looks the same. Right?
They found the secret to the
I don't know what it is, man.
the fountain of youth.
Oh man, they're it's crazy. I would love to see maybe they'll do a flashback with Qui-Gon. So we'll see.
He's gonna like super age because as far as I could tell, what is this, like 8 years before he's supposed to look like the old dude?
Yeah. The Force was not kind to
So
him
it's
the
just
last
like, he's like super young up until that point, and then in 8 years he just
drops.
yeah. Oh, Matt said the same thing.
Yeah, he just drops. All right. Yeah, I'm excited. It comes out. We're actually I'm gonna mention it here. We're actually gonna do a big event for this. We're gonna be breaking down episode by episode every week. And we actually have our friend from Toy Crusaders who's going to be jumping on with us to do the reviews for this. Now, we haven't decided what time, but we're definitely going to be breaking this down, and it's going to be awesome.
Is
And
Justin doing it too?
Justin is coming on board, and so is one of our other ANR members, Nathan. He is going to jump on board as well. He's a huge Star Wars fan, and Obi Wan is one of his favorite characters. So he'll be jumping on board. It's going to be good times. It's going to be fun. We're going to break down everything, all the Easter eggs, talk about it. It's going to be good. So I'm excited for that. The funny thing is that first episode that it drops, I'm actually not even in town.
Where are you? Are you going to Kamloops?
I'm actually in Vegas. So
what?
yeah, I'm going to a wrestling event in Vegas for 5 days. It's going to be a blast with some friends, but I'm gonna try to see if it's the day that we land is when the episode drops. So I don't know how I can sneak away from my friends for a bit and do a podcast, but I'm gonna try. I'll bring my equipment
upstairs. just go to
well,
room.
the event takes place in the same hotel we're staying in, so that helps.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
I can watch the event, the Mandalay Bay.
Oh, nice.
So the event starts around 4 p.m. and it'll end around probably 7 or 8, and then I could probably sneak up upstairs and do an episode with the guys, and then carry on. So we'll see. I'll try, but yeah, if not, I'm sure the ANR team can handle it. They're more than capable. Justin is definitely capable of running his show, and then I'll be back for the rest of the episode, so it's not too bad. All right, yeah. So I'm excited to get this show rolled out. It's going to be awesome. End of May it comes out. If anybody's on the fence on this, go watch the trailer. If you're not pumped up watching that trailer, then I can't help you. Sorry. That trailer was amazing. Even Chris, he's on board, and he doesn't even care too much about Star Wars. He's all ready to go.
I know. I think the thing for me is, it's kind of going back to what we were talking about. It's bridging that gap between what happened and where it's at now. Like, I like knowing the kind of in-between story. So, and having them bring back the original character, some people who watch movies like seeing characters brought back for that specific character. It's that comfort level. And when they see that, they know they're going to get that same kind of acting, but it's going to be, I don't know, elevated. And I'm just excited. I might pop on for a podcast or two, but I will definitely be watching this.
Customs Memachu says Qui-Gon will be a Force Ghost. I'd put my money on it. Heck yeah, 100%. If they don't put him on there, missed opportunity again here, right? I think just give me 10 seconds. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
There's been talk about him being a Force Ghost, all over the internet. Definitely. Good point.
Even if they have him in the background going, "Ooh, the Force is with you," and then he's off, I'd be like, okay, I'm happy.
Question is, D, will you be watching this?
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Cool.
The trailer was interesting enough to lure me in.
Okay. And cool. Both of you, if you want, you probably will say no, but if you want to jump in with us, you're more than welcome to. It's a party. It's going to be very popcorn party. Anyways, that's a little
chicken.
Hint. Maybe.
What?
Maybe. We'll talk more about that next week. All right, on to the next topic here. The Boys, Season 3 on Amazon, June 3rd.
Did you guys watch The Boys at all? Do you even care about it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What about you,
Day
Chris?
Day one, lock it down.
No, I haven't watched it, and Amazon is the only streaming service I don't have.
Wait, you don't have Amazon Prime to deliver goods to your house?
Does it look like I can afford a credit card and find on Amazon?
How does one live without Amazon Prime? You must tell me the way.
I'm doing it.
I have boxes show up at my house every week. I buy cereal off Amazon.
That might be a problem. Maybe
might be.
So Chris is avoiding that problem.
That's a problem spelt with you, not me.
If I had a pet dog or a cat, it would be so much worse because every day I'd be buying treats or toys for that animal. So I'm glad I don't have a pet right now because Amazon will be dropping off stuff every day. So, thank God. So, Boys, Season 3, it is coming out. They're going to have some new characters. Jensen Ackles plays... What's he play again? Do you know?
It's like
Captain America wannabe?
Yeah, Captain America, Bucky type.
Soldier, right?
Yeah.
Good Soldier or something like that.
Oh, it's just literally Soldier Boy. I think it's
Soldier Boy, there you go. Yeah, Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy. Not the singer,
rapper.
not the rapper, Yeah. It's not Soldier, it's Soldier.
Okay? Oh, sorry. It's all in the pronunciation.
But yeah, Season 3, it's going to be chaotic. This show is so freaking violent. If you love violence.
So are the comics, though. So, like, they're not breaking away from that at all.
And I'm glad.
I watched the Red Line trailer, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of death in this. It's almost like a live version of Invincible. I'm like, when's that going to be live?
Have you? So you haven't watched any of The Boys at all?
No.
Okay. We're going to have to get that to you so you can catch up. By June 3rd, we should definitely get you to watch that. We'll figure something out for you. But no, man, this show is...
Whatever. Just borrow my Prime. Just don't buy anything from yourself on it.
There's a bunch of...
But you have to have a credit card.
No, just use my Prime. Just use my Prime. Just log in.
Use his.
Oh, okay.
Log in.
But we did not say that on this live YouTube.
It's legal. What are they going to do? Get mad at me? I spent so much money. They're going to take it away because I shared it with one person.
Yeah.
D, we have to take it away because you spent too much money, but still, the principles. I think they could care less.
Hopefully, we'll see.
But yeah, what do you think, D? Are you excited for this?
I think the break was so like the gap between season 2 and now just took me out of it. I did watch the trailer. I liked the trailer, but it was chaotic. I'm like, I don't even know what the concept of this season is. You see some snippets of Butcher shooting lasers out of his eyes, so obviously he's taking some compound
that's
V.
crazy.
What I like about this show is it's different than the comic, so you can't even spoil it if you wanted.
Mhm.
Like people go online and they ruin it. Like this happens. As far as I can tell, it's not the same at all. I am curious to see where they go with Butcher, because Butcher's the most unpredictable person in this show.
Billy Butcher.
Yeah.
I really like the actor who plays Billy Butcher.
Carl Urban. His range is insane. He just pops up in movies. I didn't realize he was the executioner in Thor for the longest time.
What?
Oh,
How'd you
what?
not know that?
Because I just like his face. His face is just there. I'm like, yeah, I know that guy.
Oh yeah, I
And
knew
then as
that.
soon as
This
he, like,
is
someone slit his hair, it's Carl.
No, I remember when I saw him for the first time in Thor. I'm like, that's the guy in Bale Boys. All right.
Sooner
Star
than
Trek, I
that,
love him in.
Xena.
He's great.
Quick question: do you think anyone could beat Homelander because he's invincible? He's Superman, right? That's what he is.
Mhm.
He's Superman in this, but the problem is he's a psycho Superman.
I think if they if the supers all attacked him at once, he probably could. Like,
is that do you think that's what's gonna happen?
I don't know. Like, this show, basically the premise of this show is a small group of characters who have been wronged by supers in some form or fashion is trying to sabotage their careers and lives, make them out to be the monsters they are to the public eye. The problem is they have been outed now as basically terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
Like the normal, like, civilian people. Their faces are blasted all over the screens, the TVs, the world. Like, they know that they are screwed and they're just trying to stay alive at this point. So I'm curious how they are going to get out of this. That's what's keeping me interested. Like, what possible outcome could there be?
Don't they have a knockoff Doomsday that could take him down?
Not in this, as far as we know.
Who knows?
And if they do, that it would be the government. Like, the government's fine with them. They work. The supers work for the government.
Yeah.
It's just like, whatever makes us richer, you go ahead and do. Just behave yourselves on camera.
Yeah.
If
be the celebrity in camera, right? And then they also have another character coming out. She looks like Scarlet Witch. Yeah, she looks like Scarlet Witch. She looks like she's got some crazy powers too. So I'm excited to see this. I'm definitely going to be on board for this. I also like the fact that Amazon always gives you a couple episodes right off the bat instead of just one episode. So I'm hoping they continue the trend, because I think with this one they gave the first 3 episodes right away, and then they went weekly after that. I like that. Do you guys like that, or do you don't care, or do you want all of it at once?
No, I like it because usually the first 2 episodes are slow as heck.
Yeah, get that out of the way. Right?
So it's just like,
thank you.
If I have to wait 2 weeks for those 2 boring episodes, like, I will just.
Oh
but
God, yeah.
Just burn through those. Leave it on episode 3 cliffhanger like you guys always do, and it sucks me in.
Yeah, first 2 episodes, get it out of the way. You know what? We're talking about you there, Scarlet Witch and Disney Plus. Those 2 episodes were, oh God, just one of the worst 2 episodes of Disney Plus's Marvel shows, in my opinion. Is this enough for you, Chris? Do you think you're going to jump on board, or do you want to wait till you actually watch it?
I think I'd have to watch.
Does the violence and superhero not intrigue you at all?
I don't know. It's just like, to me, when I seen the trailer for the first season when it came out, I'm like, okay, it's a superhero. It seems like another knockoff superhero. And yes, I know this is a bit darker, but, you know, like I said, if I were to watch maybe the first 2 episodes in season 1, if it's good enough and I get hooked, then great, I'd watch it. But if it doesn't catch me in the first 2, maybe 3 episodes, then
I think the first scene will. If it's the A-Train scene, I don't even remember now. But I think as soon as you see that moment,
oh my God, I remember that now.
Christian's like, oh, okay.
That was
I want to see. I want to see where this goes.
Yeah,
I think that'll pull you in.
If the first 2 episodes don't pull you in, then nothing will. It was insane. It was insane. All right, okay, yeah. So June 3rd, The Boys continues where they left off. left off, and I'm excited to get into this. It's going to be fun. If you're listening or watching us and you're going to watch this, let us know. Should we talk about this? Should we go into a weekly, podcast for this? We might do it because it's crazy enough that some of the members, we have a crazy team here, folks, and they're willing to do crazy things for this channel. So I think there might be a couple of takers that want to probably jump on with me. I know I'm on board. I'll talk about it. I'm cool with it. We'll see. But yeah, June 3rd. Can't wait for this. All right. What is our next topic here? What are we talking here? So we talked about, we have our bonus topic. Yes. And I'm going to let our friend D run this one because D is a big fan. He's excited about this. It is Sonic 2, not Sonic Boom. Sonic
Wow,
2.
D, you sound exactly like Elvin there.
Go ahead, D.
Me and this relationship have had our ups and downs, if you want to put it that way. But I was very surprised by the first movie. I thought, like most video game movies, they would just bomb. But it seems to have like a pretty solid track record. And I think Jim Carrey is a big part of that. Another weird casting choice, but he's Dr. Robotnik, and he pulled it off.
That handlebar is legendary.
It's just like
That
ridiculous.
is legendary.
Like he embraced this character as much as he could with putting his Jim Carrey finesse on it.
Yeah.
This is
he
one.
didn't go over the top. He wasn't
No.
Riddler or anything like that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. The last trailer pulled me in as far as it could possibly go, and it's because of Idris Elba. It's because of this guy now, Knuckles here, as you can see. One of my little buddy here.
I got you covered. There he is.
I really liked how they replicated the actual game cover.
Yeah, that's what I liked about that poster. If I could,
sorry. Go ahead. You're saying.
I was gonna say if I don't have movie posters in my room, but that's one I would get just because of what they did there.
This one or the other one?
The live action Sonic 2 poster, like they replicated the game box.
Yeah,
art.
the game. Yeah, that's why I put that one up.
And I was glad you did because I was gonna go find that, and then I saw you had it.
Yeah, I can send that over to you.
Yeah. So they put my boy Knuckles back to the way he should
Your
be.
boy Knuckles.
My dog.
Oh, those are big words there. Because I thought your boy was Sonic, but
he is. But when you first see Knuckles in Sonic 3, he's this badass Super Sonic, who's basically a Super Saiyan for all you guys who watch Dragon Ball Z. He flies on his island. He's invincible. He's invulnerable. He has the powers of just like he's a Superman. Knuckles pops over the ground, sucker punches him in the face, and knocks him out cold. And I'm like, yo, who is this guy? He was one of my favorite characters from that scene. And then over the years, they gave him Homer Simpson syndrome, where they just made him stupid for the sake of comedic purposes. When in reality, he is a dangerous threat. And his deal is he's the guardian of the Master Emerald. He thought Sonic was trying to steal it, so he spent the whole game just trolling him, like booby trapping him, knocking him out all the time. And this is what this movie seems to have done. It's made him serious again.
So they're sticking true to the actual storyline. They're not deviating. What a concept, huh?
That's all you have to do.
What a concept.
That's all you have to do.
I hate when that happens, TV shows, cartoons, video games, movies. It's like, why are you taking a strong character and then dumbing them down? Because you're practically changing the character. It's the same.
Because, Chris, they have to make sure everybody is welcomed. They want to make sure everybody has a laugh. It's one of these things where everything has to be included in the movie.
I'm dumb and funny. I don't need it as a character in a movie like this. So, like,
I thought they'd make him his friend first. Like,
oh god,
that would have been like. But no, they made him like his.
You would have threw a bottle of water at
I would have just like, I'm not seeing this. There's no point. Whatever.
It's such a cliche.
I would buy. We should have. If that happened, we should have just buy him a Blu-ray to get into.
I'd frisbee it.
He would just throw it out a window as we're driving away.
I'd frisbee it. But yeah,
serious question here. Okay, if you had to pick a toy maker to make these three guys, who would it be?
NECA. I love what they did with Crash. I love what they did with Spyro. Like they did these.
I'm gonna go with SH Figure Arts.
You like that?
I think
Nandroid did a decent one.
Didn't SH Figure Arts do Mega Man?
Oh yeah, they did. D-Arts did Mega Man and then
Yeah.
Sentinel. So those were pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know, but I do like NECA too. So problem with NECA is that just the joints are sometimes.
His like little wiener arms too. They probably snap to pieces as soon as you touch
Yeah,
them.
that's a little concerned about that.
With
Yeah.
NECA, you just got to give them a little. You got to warm them up before
Yeah,
you
give 'em
start
a
bending
give 'em a bath.
parts.
Give him
Yeah.
a bath. Yeah, but I would love to see these figures. I'd actually jump on board. These guys look cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I remember
Remember what
playing.
he used to look like? And then there's
Yeah.
a fan
Oh God. Ooh.
like the backlash made them change his design to this, and I don't know why you just wouldn't have done this in the first place. That's the whole taking liberties on something that looks
Yeah.
perfectly fine.
But
Don't
you
do
know,
that.
I give them credit. They actually
Mhm.
listened and made the change. Right. A lot of times they don't care.
I will give the employees credit who they
Yeah.
laid off after. So that's not cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, thanks for the
wow.
help, but you got to go.
Gotta go. We lost money.
Yeah, gotta
We
go.
lost money on all the overtime we had to pay you.
But I mean, the good thing is the fans are happy with the one, so that's
Yeah.
great. It's a good starting point. Do we want a trilogy out of this?
I don't
Do we-
need a trilogy. I think they'll ruin it if they keep. Okay,
If this does well, they're gonna make a trilogy. You know that.
I know. And speaking as a fan, this concept is ridiculous. Like looking like three of them total on screen is like, okay, that's borderline insanity. As soon as you start bringing in like Shadow the Hedgehog and Amy and a bunch of other just furries running around on screen, that's just
Well, they gotta sell. They gotta sell
They gotta sell
memorabilia.
toys,
then.
but this
Yeah,
is
they
just
gotta sell
insane
toys.
already.
But then turn it into a cartoon.
Okay, so it's funny you say that, guys. They're actually making a Knuckles TV show.
Oh,
I don't know what that could possibly entail, but okay.
They have announced it. A Knuckles TV show is in the works, and guess what? Idris Elba is going to continue voicing him.
Is it animated? Did you say?
Yes, it is
Okay.
going to be. That is cool. Isn't that cool that he's actually going to continue the voice? Because generally, when it's TV show, they walk away. They're like, "Yeah, I get somebody else to do it." Right?
Yeah.
In case in
'Cause
point,
it's
the
money.
what if
Yeah.
we didn't have some of the celebrities show up, right, for those characters. But yeah, so Idris Elba is going to replace. I don't know, like you said, I think it might be in that world, the Emerald, whatever it is. You're more familiar with this world than I am, but maybe it's a prequel of what he did. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. See, his thing is like he was just alone, so I don't know. Like that's why I'm like, what could they
Yeah.
possibly do for him? But we'll see.
The funny thing is we didn't even talk about Tails once right now.
Because whatever, I don't give a crap
Poor
about
guy.
Tails.
And I liked him. I liked Tails. When
I
I
have
first saw
him.
Tails,
His
I'm like,
little-
this guy's cool because I love
I
this
was a little
propeller.
figurine too.
Yeah.
okay.
He was-
If you thought that kid was annoying in Project
Oh,
Adam,
come on. Don't do that.
Tails
Don't do that.
is equivalent.
Don't do that. He had a tail that's spinning like a propeller, a helicopter. Come
Oh,
on.
wow.
He's
Oh,
useful. He's useful.
Yeah. There's situations where you needed him and he was very useful. So, yeah. Don't compare that. Don't do that.
I did.
Yeah, but a nice little nod about the game, how it looks here. This is so cool. The side by side. That's attention to detail. I like
Yeah.
that. Respect the history. I love that.
Mhm.
So that's pretty cool.
What I don't like is the overuse of like the lightning effects.
With the
Like-
legs.
Just in general, like every time he runs, there's that electricity, like they do on the Flash and everything. I'm like, okay, fine, like super speed electricity. But then Knuckles started punching and electricity came out of his hands. Like,
Oh,
like,
Think of
Like,
the
ju-
money you could have
Oh my
saved.
God.
like they just like overdo the effects on just menial things. Like he's a super strong guy. Like he doesn't need energy exploding out of his
exactly.
fist. Like that's unnecessary to me. But whatever, you got the budget.
I guess
Yeah,
they
that's
have
good.
to do that to show that he's got the power there. He's got the power. No. But
Give your audience credit. Like just make him punch through a wall. The end. Like
okay, the audience is typically going to be kids, right?
yeah. As a child,
How
if you
many
see someone punch
my
through the wall?
kid didn't even know who Sonic was until he saw the movie.
Yeah, but as soon as he breaks through a wall, you'd be like, okay, he's strong. This is just a gripe. Like this
Yeah.
isn't gonna ruin the movie. It's just
Folks, this is a fan that is really loving Sonic, and he does not want his beloved franchise to have any
do it
discrepancies.
right. Just do it right.
Look at it. He's already upset. The movie hasn't even come out yet. April 8th. April 8th is coming out. Are you gonna go see it opening weekend?
I don't think. Oh, maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna rush out to see.
How dare you say maybe, sir?
Maybe.
No,
You
he's going to be lining up. He already ordered
Yeah,
the tickets. The
He's such a
trailers.
he's
I
straight up
saw. I saw.
he's
the
straight up
first
lying. He's straight up lying.
Yeah.
Well, I like it, but like, this isn't a Marvel event or anything like that.
You're gonna be there opening weekend, probably Thursday or Friday
What day
night.
is that? What day is
April 8th.
Yeah, what day is it? March, April.
It's a Friday. Movies coming out on Friday, D. It hasn't
No,
changed.
sometimes they come out on Thursdays.
No, the official date is always going to be the Friday.
Okay, here is an impression of D when he gets his tickets. My precious, this is.
I got my ring.
Yeah.
He's gonna roll out
So
like a hedgehog.
Yeah. He actually probably has a costume.
Have you played? When's the last time you played that game, D?
They got perpetually bad over the years, so I stopped playing a while ago. I'm gonna go play Sonic 3. I'm gonna go play Sonic 3 tomorrow.
Look at you. There you go. Attaboy. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm wondering why gaming companies are not jumping on this. Isn't that a little weird?
Because they make bad Sonic games. They're not good at it.
Well, all they have to do is take the old one and say, "Here, 4K version of the Sonic."
Oh, they've done that. The Sonic Mega Collection, Sonic Gems Collection.
Oh,
they've
have
done
they?
that.
Okay.
They've done that like 30 times. There's only
Oh
so
my
many times
God,
you can do
please.
that.
Okay, I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah. Sonic 2's been out like 14 times.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez. All right. Okay. Chris, will you be watching this, or is this a directed Netflix for you?
For me, I'd wait till streaming. I remember playing the game as a kid, but I never got super into it.
Yeah.
As cool as the game dynamics were at that point.
I had a little bit of resentment against Sonic. I didn't like him in the beginning because I thought he was taking away from what Mario had built. So, and I was a big Super Mario fan, right? That's my thing. Super Nintendo was my thing. So Sega, when they came into the play, I consider them. I'm like, oh, this is the cool, annoying kid in the school, and it's taking away from the nerdy, kid in the school. So I'm like, I don't like this guy.
You don't like
This guy's-
blast processing?
Yeah, look at his hair. It's all spiky and he thinks it's all cool and stuff. Like, come on, buddy. We jump on things, right? Like, come on. We hit mushrooms. We grow. We throw fireballs. You just roll in a ball and collect rings. What are you? So, but over the time, I started appreciating. I actually got to play the game at a friend's house, but I appreciate it and I understand, and over the time, I get what this franchise means to a lot of people. And I'm excited for it because I watched the first one. I said it was good, and I'm if my son wants to go see it in the theaters, then we'll go see it in theaters. If not, I'll wait for it to come out and I'll watch it. But I will watch it. It's something that I will have on my radar. Anything else? Do you guys want to add to this?
Not much more you can say, really. He's a blue hedgehog who runs around. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can pull it off again.
I think they will. The date is good because there's nothing else competing with it. I think that's the key right there. April, not much is going on, so I think they'll have a couple of weeks of sales, and I think you're going to see definitely 3 come out. Too much of D's not happy with that idea, but it's going to happen because Hollywood's got to make their money, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Any other things you guys want to chime in at the last second here? No.
Nope.
Oh, we talked quite a bit, and we talked about a lot of things here. Good topics. All right. Okay. With that being said, okay, wherever you are in the world or universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye. My